Welcome today on this magnificent December 15th, 2023. And I am Grandma Sparky. My real name is Halise Bridges. Halise like Helen Ice, Bridges like a bridge builder. I am the founder of Blue Ribbons Worldwide. Our mission is to unite humanity through the power of love, one child, one community, one country at a time. Sometimes it looks like it's a little bit difficult, but we're going to be doing this with the blue ribbon that says who I am makes a difference. You're going to hear more about that because I'm going to be able to honor my guest, my special guest in a moment. But I really want to bring us all into just the simplicity of love and gratitude today and just be able to, instead of focusing so much on what's not working or how we're looking, instead of putting ourselves or others down, I'm going to invite you to consider looking at all the things we do right and build each other up and point to what's working in this world and standing on the shoulders of greatness, because we're living in a potentialized field where we're advancing each other's human potential and discovering how we can do more to bring peace and love and gratitude and joy into this world, because all of us can make that difference. One of us can influence one child, another community, and a whole country just by who we're being. Today, we're going to recognize and honor my very, very, very special guest, Vera Giles Norris. She leads empowerment groups, women's empowerment groups, online conferences. She's an expert in these fields, but today we're going to focus on her latest book, which is the Book of Ruth. It's an anthology and how to create new chapters in your life. So, Vera, why don't you take us into uh, a little bit about who you are and give me a little bit about your background, what you've been doing over the years, and then we're going to come into your book. Okay, how does that sound?
That sounds absolutely amazing. And let me just allow me, please, to give it right back up to you. Thank you so much. I'm honored to be on your platform, and you're so beautiful. I just keep giving you virtual hugs. But a little bit about myself, again, as I am Vera Giles Norris. I am a mother to five beautiful, amazing daughters.
Yes.
And grandmother to seven, and I'm still counting.
Wow.
Married for over 24 years. And I have a passion for family. I have a passion for women empowerment. And to consider that I gave birth to five girls, it's no wonder that I love to empower women.
Yes.
And for me, being an advocate for helping women to just tap into their greater selves and constantly making that transformation and reinventing the wheel. I believe that women are some of the most powerful people on the earth, and all we need is each other. So if your crown is a little crooked, and if I can fix your crown, I think it's my responsibility to help fix your crown. And if you catch mine's a little crooked, I welcome you to just fix mine. So that's just a little bit about who I am. And I do women's conferences all around the globe. I do a lot of online events as well as in-person events.
So when you say you do women's conferences all around the world, is that live or is that in person? Is it online, or how exactly does that look like? Where do you go? Just a little.
Yes, thank you for that question. I do a combination of each. So we do live events and conferences that are normally like VIP events, as well as we do events online where we'll meet on different platforms, and we normally have speakers from all around the world. We've done seminars that's 1 day, 2 day, 3 day seminars. And that's where we invite women to come in and speak and tell us how they created new chapters in their lives. Women that have went through transformation, because believe it or not, if you're constantly, getting older, you're constantly going through transformations. And you'll think that, my mentor is Les Brown. And Les Brown says, some things happen to you, but then there are things that happen for you. And so what we do is we take those transformations that we go through in life and we make those happen for us. And we don't just keep them for ourselves, we share them with other people, because sometimes it's always someone else that just needs a little bit of light at the end of that tunnel.
So when you say we, meaning that, are you on stage or are other people on stage, or are you supporting people that are the speakers?
So I support other speakers. I am sometimes on stage, but then sometimes I'm in the back, just supporting those other speakers to help them tell their stories and to inspire other listeners.
So I want to just give you a spotlight on what you're saying, because for a lot of us that are listening to you, who have a story to tell, have something that you've gone through, and like you say, there's nobody on the planet that I don't believe goes through a day in their lives over time that doesn't come up against everything that works and everything that may not work, and everything falling apart and everything coming back together. But as a mother of all those girls, and the empowerment of women and wearing the crown, and I love that when you said, if it's a little bit tipped, let's help each other grow even more, but with love and support. So you being in the back of the room, or whether you're on the stage or in the back of the room, I just want to appreciate how, when I come on stage, how important that is, because it takes everybody to have you feel safe and supported. And just look, if I could look at you from a stage and I can go, she's got my back. Yeah, just your smile, your love, and also your confidence. And thank you for mentioning Les Brown, because he is a dear, a colleague, and somebody who has made a massive difference for all of us in the world. So let me invite you to talk about, one is, this isn't your first book. This is your newest book. Am I correct?
Yes, you're absolutely correct. This is my newest book, The Book of Ruth.
Yeah.
How to create new chapters in your life. Yes.
Okay, so tell me more about, what was it in your heart that actually stimulated you to say, this is the book I want to write now?
Yeah, you know what? Sometimes I have to stand up and elevate myself as I tell this story, because what inspired me to write this book was after I lost my mother, Ruthie Marie Giles. And it took the breath out of me. But I knew beyond a shadow of a doubt that, I may have lost my mom here physically on this earth, but it's a higher power that just kind of touched me and said, you know what, I'm gone from here, but I'll never be gone from your heart. And my story will last forever. And so with that, it inspired me to write the Book of Ruth about the modern day Ruths of the world. And I took the concept from the Ruth in the Bible, but I applied that to my mother's life, to my life, and to other women in the world, because we're all on a Ruth journey. Ruth is not just a book, it's actually a movement. And so with that, I've become the midwife to helping women give birth to their stories. And then I have created a publishing company, and I've helped a number of women, tell their stories and to push that story right on out of their bellies. My oldest co-author is actually 82 years young, and she finally got a chance to tell her story, a story that she thought she would never be able to tell. But because of the Book of Ruth, we helped her to give birth to that story. And oh my God, it's so amazing. I can talk forever about how I am honored to, first of all, give honor to my mother, whose name is Ruth, but also help so many other modern day Ruths of the world.
So, you're a treasure. You're a treasure. First of all, to have your publishing company and decide, I want to, and I want to thank Lynn Sanders for connecting us for Difference Makers Media. So give big shout out to Lynn, who is my student, and she is the leader of the third Blue Ribbon city in the world, Chicago, Illinois, and she might be moving, but she actually, points me to great people like you. She'll always say that, and I'm so grateful that Lynn introduced me, and I had a chance to know you. And because I'm an author, what I know is what it takes to ask the right questions. I'm 81, she's 82, and what it takes to have a lifetime put into a book, and to be able to have somebody like your heart and your this combination of wisdom to know how to be in the present moment with another human being, and how to great listener and ask the right questions to do the work that you do. I know what that feels like. I'm about to have my whole legacy book written by a world-renowned photographer, and Landstrom, and she said, I want to video you. I'm going to just ask you questions from birth through present time, and I'll video you, and we'll do the clips. I'll just say, what do you want to say about this? And then just tell the story. So I think that it's a real gift that you have. Go ahead, and why don't you tell some of us, when we're giving birth to our new self each time, how do you do that for yourself, or what would you advise others, other women to do, so that wherever they are, they can just blossom newly and newly again?
You know what? In the present moment, wherever you are, the most important thing you can remember to do is breathe. 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 And as you're breathing, just remember that it's okay. It's okay. It's okay to be you. It's okay to be going through whatever you're going through. It's okay. Breathe. And always remember to love on yourself, to appreciate yourself, to appreciate where you are now. Loving, appreciating on yourself, and then visualize yourself being in a much nicer, happier place. I don't care if you're happy and you're content where you're at now. You know what? Reach higher, go higher, see bigger, see better, because it's not just for you. It's for those people who has to come behind you. It's for those people who's watching you. It's for those people who need your light to illuminate to a higher, a brighter light. And guess what? You help to give them life.
Yeah.
So again, just
so let me just say back what I thought I heard you say, okay? For the benefit of all of us, before we started this interview, I said, let's pause and breathe. And why do we all do that? And when you said wherever we are, just stop and take a breath, a deep breath, is free. But a lot of us hold the breath, yes, and clench our fists and get tensed up. And so by the very nature of the breath, which is free, it calms us down and brings us to the present moment. That's what you're saying so powerfully also, is that wherever you are, if I heard this right, wherever we are, whatever we're going through, to pause and breathe, because you're worth so much more. and that it takes a bit to love ourselves. Did you go through a lot of trials and errors in your life?
So just to give you an example, at 16 years of age, I went to the doctor, thought I was just kind of feeling a little funny. And the doctor said, "You're pregnant." At 16 years of age. At 16, I didn't really know I didn't know enough about nothing. As you know, but I forget the saying, when you don't know your butt from a tail in the wall or whatever the saying is. I didn't know.
Yeah.
But here's what I did know is that, you know what? It did knock me off my feet some. I did find myself kind of sitting on the floor. And just to give you an example,
Yes.
in real life, I'll sit on the floor because I found myself kind of sitting down, knocked off my feet, my dreams. And I'm thinking, wait a minute, I had dreams. I got goals. I got different things that I want to do in my life. I'm pregnant. What am I going to do? But thank God for my mother, because as she saw me kind of knocked off of my feet at 16, and not only pregnant with one baby, but pregnant with twins. And my mother said, "Get up, get up." She says, "I got you. And what we're going to do is do what we can do together, and we'll make it." And as my friends and different people would look at me, and other people's parents would judge me. "That's that girl. She's 16 and she's pregnant with twins. She's a bad influence." I learned how to breathe. I learned how to not just see myself on the floor and see myself as a insult and see myself as somebody who just, was worthless. But I saw myself in a different place. I saw myself still being that woman that would rise. I saw myself still being that young girl that could make it, even with twins. And then I saw myself saying, guess what? I even got a little light at the tunnel because I got my mother there that's with me, that's saying, stand up, we could still do this. And guess what? I did. Thank God for my mother and her support, because now those twins are 37 years of age. They have master's degrees. Hello, they're both really intelligent women, and now I have grandchildren. And guess what? I kept on giving birth, so I got 5 girls now, and 3 of them have master's degrees. One of them is working on her PhD, and I have another 18-year-old that's in college right now as we speak. So you know what? Here's the thing about going within and seeing yourself in a better situation, and not seeing that some things happen to you, but then there are things that's happening for you. So you got to learn how to evolve. You got to learn how to see yourself greater. And guess what? It always work itself out. It's always light at the end of the tunnel.
There's always light at, you know, Vera, we're just getting to know each other. Yes.
Yes.
I had you at hello. You know, I get to interview the greatest people on this planet, because I finally I saw myself as one of those great people. Today we could go and be an influencer on TikTok, all right? We can just jump on and say anything at all. But to be at a place where you could, at the age of 16, be shocked, here's your body and what is going on exactly. And then also being your mother, who is a proud woman, and has the ability to point. And that's, I think, what your whole gift is everything that you learned from your mother, from Ruth, and that you're just you're standing on her wings, you're flying with her. And we're offering in your book, and by the way, when we finish, you're going to tell everybody how to get your book. Yes, please. Yes. And we will put it onto our onto our social media, so that you can get a shout out by people, and all of us need to learn from you. But and to have a mother and be the mother that you are, that the empowerment mama.
Yes.
I and you know, when you're talking about everybody having master's degrees uh, and just making their greatest difference in the world because you empower. That's what you do. You empower your kids. You've empowered yourself, and you notice what could work better, and you got uplifted. I want to just say that everybody needs a Ruth.
Yes.
Everybody deserves to have a Ruth. I am that person for others, and perhaps I didn't even realize it till just now, honestly. That's the truth. Um, because I'm a sweet, beautiful grandma with a lot of love and doing great work in the world. And when people run up to me and say, Grandma Sparky, and give me a hug, I I I have to stop and pause and go, how do they know me? Like we all know your mother now. And when you think about the book of Ruth in the Bible, tell us a little bit about that. We're going to close in a moment with what you want to say, and if anything that you want to tell us, because I got a blue ribbon for you that I want to honor you with. But I want to hear, and when you went to the Bible, and for all of us that know the Ruth in the Bible, tell us specifically what what you would like us to come away with.
Well, you know what I could admire most about the Book of Ruth in the Bible is how she was loyal and how she didn't allow what was happening to her
Right.
stop her. She didn't turn around. She didn't abort the mission. She looked over to her mother-in-law, Naomi, and she says, my people are now your people, and I will go where you go.
Yes.
And she left her familiar place. She left her comfort zone. She left those things behind that she was familiar with, and she traveled to the unknown. But it was her loyalty that was royalty. And so I believe that loyalty is royalty. And she kept on pressing on, and she took wise counsel. So it's one thing to have somebody in your ear that could give you wise counsel and that you could trust to help lead the way.
And what I want to honor you about is the way in which you spoke about Ruth and the Bible. And I'll just say a few words about this, and we'll complete it. But I have my ribbon on. What is most important that you gift me is the moment of love and the breath, the resilience of going for what you believe in and circling the wagons so that you're around people that like your mother nurture and support and empower and give you the gift and don't ever tell you you can't do it, but instead say, I believe in you. Who you are makes a difference. Go for your dreams. Anywhere I can serve you, any person around you, follow that dream and let go, if you can, of anything that ain't that.
Right.
And if it ain't that, and you're stuck and you are in places like we have all been in, at least certainly me, um, you don't have to commit suicide like I wanted to do just because I'm surrounded by a man that I married who is brilliant, by the way, very, very much loved by everybody else, not so good behind closed doors. And that kind of eats away at all of us. So I really do, and I respect so much the power of your words, the beauty that you are. I have a blue ribbon for you, Vera. It says, "Who I am makes a difference," and I would love to honor you for what the blessings that you've given me, and you will do it for so many people around the world now, continuously, for the woman inside of us, the child inside of us, to give back to our men, to our children, to our grandparents, to everybody, that you are so strong. And when you put your hand out and you go, you do the finger thing, you know, and I'm like, okay, pay attention. I'm paying attention to this woman. She is, you know, you are a major spokesperson, and I adore you. I love what you look like. You're gorgeous. Would you accept this gift from me?
I would be honored. Absolutely honored. Yes.
May I have permission to place it on you?
Yes.
All right, I'm going to put it so everybody can see where it goes. I place it above your heart. It goes up like that. You see? It goes up in the direction of all your greatest dreams coming true. And it is tradition that I take the spark from my heart and put it in the cheerleaders in this ribbon. It is a sound that makes dreams come true. And the sound is in a 1 and a 2 and a 3. Bing. And every time you hear a bing, you'll know that the child within us just got our dream and we're paying it forward to the rest of the world. I adore you. Who you are makes a difference. And and I will be, it'll be so exquisite to post this on Monday. Next week we'll post this, and we'll put in there your, oh, tell everybody where they can get in touch with you.
Yes. So to reach me, first of all, I am Vera, Vera, Giles, G as in girl, Iles, Norris, Norris on every platform. So Vera, Giles, Norris on every platform. You can find the Book of Ruth at the Book of Ruth anthology.com. Or you can find the Book of Ruth, How to Create New Chapters in Your Life on Amazon. And again, follow me, find me. I'm on every platform: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, Twitter, Clubhouse. I'm there. If it's a social media platform, find me. Thank you so much.
You're adorable. You teach me every minute. I don't even say all that stuff what you just said, but I'll learn how to do that too. Hey, follow me every which way. But right now, this is Grandma Sparky, Halise Sparky Bridges. Everybody calls me Grandma Sparky. Blessing you all and saying who you are makes a difference. I love you absolutely. Bing. That's too much fun. God bless.
God bless you as well.